This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given an integer n as input, and after that we are given a n cross n integer matrix as input. And now in this integer matrix, our task is to check whether a row and column is identical or not. If any row and column is identical, then we have to print yes as our output, else we have to print no. So for this particular input matrix, let us check whether a row and column is identical or not. So here in this input matrix, we can see that the second row and second column are identical. So the second row is 3, 5, 10, 9, and the second column is also 3, 5, 10, 9. So both the row and column are identical. If we are able to find at least one row and column identical, then we have to print yes as our output. So since we have found a row and column identical, we are printing yes in our output. Suppose if you are not able to find even a single row and column identical, then we have to print no as our output. And while comparing the row and column, we should not only check the column from top to bottom, we should also check the column from bottom to top. Even if the column that is from bottom to top is identical with the row, we have to print yes as our output. So for example like that, we shall see our sample input 2. So here the value of n is equal to 3. So we are given a 3 cross 3 integer matrix as input. And here the first row is 4, 5, 3. So we have to check whether any of the columns is equal to 4, 5, 3 or not. So first I am checking from top to bottom, and none of the column is 4, 5, 3. And now we are going to take our second row. So the second row is 1, 3, 3. So again we have to check whether any of the column is equal to 1, 3, 3 or not, and none of the column is equal to 1, 3, 3 from top to bottom. But when we see from bottom to top, we can see that the last column is 1, 3, 3. So now we have found the identical row and column. So the second row 1, 3, 3 is identical to the last column when we check it from bottom to top. So even in these cases, we have to print yes as our output. So we have to print no as our output only when we are not able to find even a single identical row and column, even after checking like this. So our output should contain either yes or no. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating a new integer n, and in the next line I am accepting the value of n using a scanf statement, and then I am creating a two-dimensional array named mat of size n cross n. So now we have to create a nested loop, and we have to accept n cross n integers and store it in our matrix. So here we have to create a nested loop and accept our input integers and store it in the two-dimensional array named mat. So after accepting our input, now we are going to implement our logic. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take the first integer from every row, and we are going to compare it with the first integer in every column of the matrix. If both the integers are same, then we are going to check the complete row and column. So to do this, I am creating a nested for loop, and in every iteration of this nested for loop, we are implementing that condition. So we are checking whether matrix of I0 equal to matrix of 0j. So let us see what we are doing. Suppose let us assume we are present in the second row. So in every row we will take the first integer. So we will take the integer 1, and we will compare that integer 1 with the first integer of every column. So we will compare 1 with 4, and we will compare 1 with 5, and we will compare 1 with 3. Suppose if both are same, then we will compare the complete row and column. If the first integer itself are not same, then the complete row and column will not be same. So in every iteration of this nested loop, we are going to proceed only when matrix of I0 is equal to matrix of 0j. So if it is true, then I am creating a flag variable and I am setting it to 0, and then I am creating a loop. So this loop will be actually iterating through the complete row and column. So in every iteration of this loop, if matrix of I1 is not equal to I1j, then we will be setting flag is equal to 1. And then finally after the loop, if flag is equal to 0, then we print yes and terminate the whole program using exit 0. So let us see what we are doing in this I1 loop. So this I1 loop will be actually iterating through the complete row and column. Suppose if the first integer of any row is equal to the first integer of any of the column, then that I1 loop will be iterating through the complete row and column. And while iterating, if any of the integer values are not same, then it sets flag is equal to 1. Now we have completed checking the first integer of the row with the first integer of the column. And now we have to check the first integer of the row with the last integer of every column, because the column can also be present from bottom to up. So we should compare 1 and 4, 1 and 5, and then 1 and 1. So we have to check the first integer of every row with the last integer of column. So here 1, 1, both are same. So we have to check this complete row and complete column from bottom to top. Again we have to create a if condition, and in this if condition we will be checking whether matrix of I0 equal to matrix of n minus 1 j. So this n minus 1 j is nothing but the last integer of every column. So within this again we will be creating a flag variable and we will set it to 0, and then we will check the complete row and column. So it will be same as the previous. So again we will be creating a loop that iterates from 0 to n, and in every iteration of that I1 loop, instead of checking matrix of I1 with I1j, we will be checking matrix of I1 with n minus 1 minus I1j. So that will be the only difference. So instead of I1 we will include n minus 1 minus I1, so that we will be checking the column from bottom to top. And again if any of the integers are not same, then we will be setting flag is equal to 1, and after the execution of the loop, if the value of flag is still equal to 0, then we print yes and terminate the whole program using exit 0. So the row will be compared with the column in both the ways. It will also be checked from top to bottom and also from bottom to top. So if none of the rows and columns are identical, then we finally print no. If the rows were identical, then we would have printed yes and terminated the whole program using exit 0. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.